Hey traders, it is Monday, December 9th. We are about 90 minutes from the close. You can see how the market's been in this very steady, tight, downward movement. We had support right here at the low of the day. Boom! Low of the day gave out. All of a sudden we've got some selling. Naturally, you would expect this gap to be filled from Friday. We'll go to a 15-minute chart. There you can clearly see the gap. We're down below it now, and it looks like we're going to fill in this gap, but not so fast. We've got very, very light volume conditions. Oftentimes when you get something that looks this beautiful and this pretty and this kind of breakdown, for sure this thing's going to fill in the gap. It looks fantastic. This is a great shorting opportunity. So everybody comes in, they short the market, and then guess what? They get the door slammed in their face. I just bought the S&P 500 futures. I posted that trade in the chat room, and I bought those at 31.38.25. You can see my timestamp right here. So we'll see how that trade does. But I'm going to post this video. I do also want to take a look at some of the stocks that we had. Why am I so confident that the market could bounce right here? Low volume is part of it. The market's been very, very strong, very lackluster market in here. Two long red candles closing on their low. That's pretty bullish. I was looking for a little bullish hammer in here. I got one. I'm only looking for a little bit of a bounce in here, and I'm looking for it to happen in the next 2 bars, the next 10 minutes. If I don't get that bounce, I'm going to stop the trade out. So from my perspective right in here, I've got very low downside risk. So I'm looking to exit this trade very, very quickly. I have excellent upside, and once we start to get back above that low of the day, there's a good chance that we could rally and maybe even close close to the opening price, which is right here. That puts us at the 314.40 price level, and that's about 5 points at least higher than where we are currently. That would leave us with a doji formation on a daily chart. With all the big news pending this week, I think that's very likely. So you have to put into context where the market is, what it's likely to do, what news is out there impacting it. I think we're going to have a nice little 4 or 5 point rally. That's all I'm looking for out of this trade. I might be able to get a little bit more out of it than that. We'll see. Also, my 1OP indicator. This is all that I need to use for day trading the S&P futures. You can see early in the day here, we had the market rally, rally, rally up. There's a crossover right there, which is telling us in here, danger. Then we get another cross right here before the sell-off. I'm getting my notification in here. Not here, not here, not here, not here, up here. That's where the cross happened. So now we've got a steady downtrend line, and oh, hey, what about this, Pete? Is that a buying opportunity right in here? Look, look. No, not as long as that downtrend is still intact. So we stay short, continue to stay short. This downtrend is still intact here. We're still short, okay? But now there is a buying opportunity because I believe that was a selling climax that we just saw there. And I will update you on this. Let's take a look at our stocks, because I've told everyone in the chat room right now, this is a good time to be looking at those longs that we outlined. And actually, I don't have that list up right now, but I can bring it up because I know the symbols I've been following. Apple was very, very weak today. See this down trend like right here? 1 bounce, 2 bounce, trend line violation. That's a good buy right in there. Going to take this 1OP indicator off so that we can see the charts a little bit better, and we also want to follow 10SI. So as Apple is starting to come down, you draw this trend alert line right in here, very steep. Wait for it to go back to where it has relative strength. That provides you with a really nice buying opportunity. Apple did not rally like I expected it to all day. I don't know in the first 20 minutes of trading what it's going to do. I only know which stocks I like. I like these long tails under body. The stock tried to get off the deck. As soon as it breaks down to a new low of the day, got to be out. Relative weakness right there. Follow relative weakness and relative strength. That's what we do. Tell you right there, get out of that position if you were long. QRVO. That's been in a steady downtrend. So you draw your downtrend line right here, click alert. I'm going to click that, and that should give me a nice downward sloping trend line. It's got to work a little bit to get through that trend line, but it'll continue to follow the stock down, and I need to have relative strength. It's able to hold the low of the day so far, so that looks good. SWKS, that's also been drifting lower. It got down through the low of the day. You can see how I already placed my alert line here in case it were to poke back up above that. But for right now, I'm going to actually redraw that. This is not as favorable as it looked today, but I always like to have alert lines working. And there's the one that I want to draw right there. So if it comes back above that and I've got relative strength, yep, I'll take another look at SWKS ADBE. Been pretty choppy today, so I can't say that I see much that I like here except for this downward sloping trend line right there. Draw that. If it comes above that, yes, I would consider buying it. Facebook was nice early in the day, but you can see it's given everything back. This is such a lackluster day. There's just nothing going on. This is a day when you want to keep your trading to a minimum. Draw that downward sloping trend line. Look for that relative strength. SFIX we had on the list early. Let's see what that's doing. Not bad. I mean, relative to the market, it's doing okay. It's been able to rally. It's got earnings after the close. I mentioned that. See the A right there? So I would avoid this. It's going to be choppy into the number. W, really nice. Showed you this one early. Love that setup. Look at that base getting through that horizontal resistance. It's getting into the gap right here. So this is a nice swing trade. Now we can look at selling some bullish put spreads below that breakout right there. I would say that the $88 strike price is one that I would favor, or $87.50 if that's the option that's available. TGT has been really strong today. That's another one that I highlighted. Really like it off of this. I bet it challenges the high here in the next couple of days. So target looked really, really good. Strong, strong, strong. Yes, you can draw your downward sloping trend line here as well. I'm going to do it. I'll pick the high of the day. I'm going to draw to this right here. Now I've got a little bit of a downward sloping trend line. So that also looked good. SHOP was another one that we traded today. That stock has been strong. I did find one that I really liked earlier today, and that turned out to be a great one. I don't know if I highlighted it. ITCI. I traded this one, sold it up in here, made really nice profit. I think I made 50 cents on an $11 stock. That is a nice return. That was my best trade so far today. Stock still looks good. We'll go into the daily chart and we'll see what that looks like on a daily basis. You can see this beautiful breakout through horizontal resistance and the 200-day moving average. That's why I liked it. Good relative strength. ITCI, very nice. Great little stock to trade. Let's take a look at the SPY, see what it's doing. See if we're getting that bounce. I need to see that bounce right away. So I'm not going to hang out on this trade very long. And because I did buy it right in here, right now I've got the S&P futures trading at 31.39. So I've got actually 31.39.25 bid. So I've got a 1-point cushion in this trade. And look at this baby start to lift off here. This is going to be a nice trade for us. It will at least get back to the opening today. It will probably overshoot. And there's a chance that in the very last maybe 20 minutes we drift back down again to close near that opening price, and that would form a doji candle, which basically means nothing's going on. Buyers and sellers are paired off. That's how we do it. So it's been a relatively quiet day all day in the market. We can expect that. We've got some pretty big news events that have to play out this week. FOMC meeting. We've got Brexit coming up. I believe that everybody's going to just stay on the sidelines until they know how those events play out, so we can expect quiet trading for the next few days. I'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I post these morning videos an hour after the open each day. They're filled with great stock picks. Please give it a thumbs up if you like the content. Give this video a thumbs up also if you like the recap. Let me know what you like, and I'll make sure and add the content. Thank you. Trade well.